Hey everyone, welcome back to the Good Game Sportscast. I think this is episode 12 or 11, somewhere in there. I think we've reached double digits. I know that for sure. Just don't know which episode we're on.
That's exciting.
That is exciting. We've made it. We've actually accomplished more than 10 episodes. I'd like to thank. Just kidding. I'm not doing that. We're not selling out and giving some big speech over 10 episodes. Minor things, much larger things to come. Up to 17 subs on the channel now. Appreciate your guys' viewership. Thank you for tuning in. And yeah, channel as a whole has been growing, and hope it continues to go that way. So last
Yeah.
week, I went on a rant about how bad Thursday Night Football was. I think it was 2 weeks ago. This week wasn't any better. Definitely wasn't any better. Not
Well,
Cardinals. Commanders and Bears was terrible. And then NFL Sunday was all right. The Bills versus Chiefs game was good at the end. My Seahawks picked up a win against the Cardinals. That was nice.
and as a Dolphins fan, I am depressed.
Tua's coming back though. Remember, Tua
He
is
is. He'll
him.
be back this week.
Is Tua still going to be him?
Tua is always him.
All right. Well, let's hope so for the Dolphins' sake. So we did an update on the records for this week for Pick'em and the upset. I believe I am 4-2 in Pick'em. Preston
Yeah.
is 3-2-1, and then I don't know what the money total is at right now in terms of
Money
differentials.
line, you are at 335. No, 355, and I'm at 256. So you're about plus 100 better than me right now.
Plus 100. All right. And I think the deal was a
That's all
$10.
going to change this week, though.
Is it? All right. So I forget how we do this. Do you pick lock and then I pick upset first?
I think I pick lock first, then you pick lock, and then
Okay.
you pick upset, and then I pick upset.
All right. So go ahead.
Yep.
Who is your lock pick for the week?
You are going to hate that I'm taking this one because this is the lockiest lock of the week. And we're going all the way to Monday Night Football and taking the New England Patriots at home against the Chicago Bears. Just going to come out and say it. Bailey Zappi might be the next Tom Brady. It's a little too early to tell. But anyways, there's no chance New England loses that game.
I
And I hate saying that because I am a big New England Patriots hater, but I don't see them losing to the Chicago Bears.
That's a good one.
Yep.
Um.
I'm interested to see where you go here, because I mean, mm, there are a few good ones, I guess. Oh, we also got to make sure we don't reuse any of the
Yeah,
teams we
reuse
already used
teams.
for Pick'em.
You definitely haven't used Patriots. I know that much.
Definitely not. Yeah. You've
All
used
right.
Ravens. You've used Ravens, Browns, Saints, Chargers, Bucks, and Vikings.
Vikings.
And I've used the Rams, Jags, the Browns, Eagles, Giants, and Colts. So adding
So
to the Patriots here.
for this week's lock pick of the week, I am going with the Cincinnati Bengals
Interesting. All right.
at home against the Atlanta Falcons. I think they're a better team. People have the Bengals in the top 5, which I don't understand completely. Sure, they came off a Super Bowl, but it's kind of lucky. But yeah, I've got the Bengals winning. I get to do upset pick first, right?
You do.
I don't know in what world this is an upset, but for some reason the Giants are underdogs at plus 130 against the Jaguars.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you were probably looking at the same thing.
I mean, that was one of the ones I was looking at. I think I'm gonna shock you with mine this week.
That was kind of shocking to me to see. But yeah, the Giants have been doing really well, and this Jaguars team has not been doing really well. Give me the Giants plus 130 at Jacksonville.
All right. Very interesting. I thought you were gonna just hassle the Dolphins about being favored against the Steelers, but oh, this is the first week with buys. I
Did
forgot
it?
about that.
No, it wasn't. Last week
No,
was.
last week was. Last week was. Yeah, this is the first week with buys that I've actually looked at who's on buy. But I feel like to really get rejuvenated as my underdog picks have not been hitting, I've got to go with a team that I thought there was no chance that I was going to be picking. I had this team in my bottom five for
Let's
the
go.
preseason, and they still might be bottom five. It is not the Seahawks.
Dang it.
This team I have picked against, I think, twice now, and both times they've either won or tied, so I've not gained any points from them. I'm going Houston
Houston,
Texans plus
Texans.
250 against the Las Vegas Raiders, baby. Last week,
The
my bold, or
Texans.
no, 2 weeks ago, my bold Jets pick hit. This week, it's the Texans. And then
Your
who
Jets
knows?
pick.
Maybe
Okay,
in
your
2 weeks,
Jets
we'll go
pick
the
was not.
Panthers.
Yeah, but looking back on it, that Jets pick was not too bold. Tua was out. You knew that it was either Teddy Bridgewater or Skylar Thompson. Did you really think that was an upset? I mean, you even said it yourself.
I
That
mean,
wasn't
the only
bold.
thing that, I mean, the Dolphins are still a good team without one player. It just sucks that they're not like a great team without that one player. They're okay. I mean, they can
Yeah.
still beat a lot of teams, but Jets
Um.
defense is starting to look kind of good.
Yeah. You said Texans were still potentially a bottom five team. I would say they're bottom two.
You'd say what?
I'd say they're bottom two.
Yeah. You think it
I would
goes?
like I would like to bring up something here, and I'm going to give you credit for this. Because at the beginning of the season, you said the Panthers would be the worst team in the NFL, which so far
I
is
was
true.
I was gonna bring that up. Yeah.
And you also said your surprise sleeper pick was the Giants, which is also correct.
I was going to bring that up. I was just thinking about that the other day.
You
Oh
managed to
man.
pick as of right now, the both of those picks, if you would bet money on those, would be astronomically high. Now,
Yeah.
we can't definitively say that the Panthers are the worst team in the NFL, but they're definitely close. And the Giants, I mean, as long as they can hang on, they got a decently easy schedule. They do have to play Philadelphia twice, so that's probably at least one loss. But then again, I mean, the Giants have looked really good this year. Kind of surprised.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at some of these crazy games in here. So the biggest spread margin looks like the Panthers and Bucks game. That's going to be a shellacking probably. Bengals and Falcons would be a good game. Browns and Ravens. Looking at tomorrow night, Thursday night football, the return of DeAndre Hopkins after a
Yeah.
suspension, after a 6 game suspension, playing against the Saints. They're favored. I thought about taking the Saints, but I feel like Kyler's gonna be able to throw to Hopkins and just create a lot. So I bet they win that game. Anything
I'm
else
surprised to
interesting?
see that the Jets are given a point from the Broncos in the spread there. I I just don't get that. But
All right, it's time for me to say this. Russ is cooked.
thank you.
He's um I love Russell Wilson as a football player, but I can no longer defend him because missing wide open throws, his pocket presence looks terrible. Now, sure, they've had some injuries and stuff, but that happens. And the fact that the Broncos, with a much better defense, much better, have a worse record than the Seahawks should be all you need to know. I mean, Geno Smith right now, I wouldn't. Actually, you know what? I might go this far. Geno Smith is a borderline top 10 quarterback this year. Statistically speaking, he is.
Yeah.
And Russell Wilson statistically is a bottom like 5 quarterback. Well, maybe not bottom 5 in terms of turnovers, but in terms of efficiency, bottom 5. He's thrown, I think, one touchdown pass a game.
I think he's
Just
thrown 5 and 6 games.
it's ugly. And Russell Wilson last year or 2 years ago, threw 12 touchdown passes in like the first 3 weeks. Actually, no, I think it was 14 in the first 3 weeks. I don't know what's happened here. It's just it's a complete meltdown by this Denver Broncos organization.
Looks like we need to give Drew Lock more credit.
Yeah. Hey, I said Drew Lock was the GOAT in my tier list video. If y'all haven't watched that, go check it out. Um,
Yeah.
I'll link it in the description, or a little button might pop up over here. Who knows?
Or
Um,
over here, or here,
or
or
somewhere,
here, or here,
somewhere over the rainbow.
or here.
Looking at my game, the beginning of the season, I was dooming the Seahawks. Man, I thought we were totally screwed. We're 3-3. We're tied for the division lead. Playing the Chargers this week in Los Angeles, so that's almost a home game for us, anyways. Because the Chargers can't sell seats for some reason. Justin Herbert's still got dealing with injury, and one bright spot to the Seahawks defense. Have you been paying attention to any of the rookie records that are going around?
I paid attention to the fact that for Rookie of the Year, the leader for offensive and defensive were both Jets players.
That might not end up happening at the end of the season for the Jets on defense, because Tariq Woolen for the Seahawks, number 27, he's the corner that at the combine ran like a 4.28 40. He's like 6'4". He's a freak of nature athlete. Has had an interception in 4 straight games and is tied for the NFL lead with 4. One of those for a pick six. Two of them were game-sealing interceptions. He has been all over the place. So, not to say like he's Richard Sherman reincarnated, but Richard Sherman was the last Seahawks player to do that. So, that's not bad company to be enticed with.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Looking at your game, you guys, is that a primetime game? It
Prime
is.
time, Monday, Sunday night.
You have Sunday night against the Steelers.
Yeah.
Do we have any word on who's starting for the Steelers at quarterback?
Tua is supposed to start right now. I don't know who's gonna be like the second string right now since Skylar Thompson has a thumb injury and
Well, no, I
Teddy's
said for
coming off
this.
a concussion.
No, I don't care about them. I mean the Steelers. Who do the Steelers have?
Oh, you keep kind of cutting out.
Oh,
But for the Steelers, I'd assume Trubisky is gonna be starting.
is it Trubisky? All right, we'll see
I
how
mean,
that
he came
goes.
back in. He came back in this week. I figured they'd just keep him in there.
All right. Do we remember how our baseball predictions went in terms of the World Series?
Not very good. As seeing as the Braves are out, the Dodgers are out.
Yeah.
The Yankees are going to be out after this series with the Astros.
You think so? I think the Yankees have a chance. Not much of one, but they
they're
have a
definitely
chance.
they're definitely losing the first 2 games, so they're going to have a hard mountain to climb on the way back up. I think they're just way too tired. They've played way too many games in a close stretch. They haven't had the rest time that the
Yeah.
Astros had.
Mm-hmm.
So the Astros are well rested up and
Ooh.
ready to go. And the Yanks are coming off of playing a game yesterday to play this one tonight. And I think they're playing in 2 days for game two.
Wow.
So they've just had nonstop action.
Hopefully they
But
can. Hopefully they can win it.
I did watch game one of the Guardians and Yanks
They
game.
did. They did win that one, correct?
They did, yeah. I
Okay.
watched it in like a $1 million suite right behind home plate, which was pretty cool.
All right. So that's going on. I think the 4 teams left are the Yankees, the Astros, the Phillies, and the San Diego Padres.
Phillies actually, I
They've looked
I kind
good,
of want to
dude.
put a futures bet on them winning the World Series because this is probably the last round where you're going to get decent odds for it.
Uh, it depends on who makes the World Series with them. I think they have a better shot against the Yankees than they do the Astros.
Yeah, well, I mean,
But I
they
mean,
would.
with 4 teams left, your odds are always gonna be better than just 2-1.
Yeah. I mean, it
So
doesn't hurt to put like $10, $20 on it right now.
yeah, that
That's
would be
not financial advice. Don't take my advice.
Preston. Yeah,
I'm
Preston doesn't know what
Yeah,
he's talking about. Everybody.
yeah.
He
Gotta
is
always have that disclaimer.
he is responsible. He does not condone any of his own actions.
I mean, I definitely condone gambling. I just don't condone you taking my picks, as I am usually pretty unlucky when it comes to gambling.
Well, so should I take the opposite of what you say and just go put a futures bet on every other team to win the World Series?
I mean, there is there are a group of people I work with that fade my picks every week for college and NFL football, and I
Hmm.
will say that they have made money through 7 weeks of college football and 6 weeks of NFL. So
They've
that should
made
tell you
money.
all you need.
That's not good, Preston. That is bad. That is really
Yeah.
bad. So, looking at we are roughly a week into the NHL hockey season. Um, anything surprised you thus far?
I'm surprised I haven't watched a game yet, but that's about it.
You haven't watched a single game yet, Preston. Come on, my
Nope.
guy. So I'm a Hurricanes fan. You people know this already,
Really?
probably. We're 3-0. We're averaging 1 goal against per game. Freddie Anderson and Auntie Ronta have been amazing. Offense is clicking. Defense has been good. It's been good watching. Um, Avalanche look good, of course. Who else? I think the Flyers are undefeated, which is kind of shocking. You wouldn't expect that. Boston's 3-1. The Red Wings have yet to lose a game in regulation.
You know,
Uh,
once the Red Wings actually played against a Pee Wee hockey team and they won like 60-2.
Wait, the other team score goals?
Well, no, actually, it was in between periods of an Avalanche game, and they brought in a Pee Wee hockey team to play during the intermission, and the team from Denver County didn't show up. So the kids were just gonna have to go home. But the Avalanche were like, hey, no, these kids have gone through so much. We gotta let them play. Let them play the Red Wings and put them out there, and they got absolutely killed. So then they had to go back home to Park County, South Park, and had to go
Okay.
home fruitless.
Okay. So yeah, my pick for the Avalanche and the Hurricanes is still looking pretty good. Um, let's see here. Is there anything really interesting in hockey going on right now? I mean, we're learning who teams are at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
And I really can only speak for the Hurricanes right now because storylines are still developing and all that. I will say the first round pick from last year, Seth Jarvis for the Hurricanes. I was actually at his first career game, and he looks like he's going to be something special. I'm looking forward
Oh
to
yeah.
watching his career unfold.
Yeah. I've loved what I've seen from him so far.
What number is he?
I don't know, but I haven't seen anything bad from him, so
you,
I've loved what I've seen from him so far.
you know what's funny is actually the Hurricanes have the second best odds to win the cup this year,
That's very funny.
tied with the Maple Leafs. Bro, people actually think the Maple Leafs are gonna win more than one, like win a couple playoff games.
Maple Leafs are really good this year, actually. They're
Yeah,
actually
they're good
they
almost
actually
every year. They're not
yeah,
gonna. They don't make it past the first round like ever.
they will this year. They're gonna shock you.
Are we gonna put bets on this?
We might have to.
They're gonna end up playing Colorado in the first round and getting their butts handed to them.
They'd beat Colorado. They'd beat anyone in the world. They'd beat an NHL All-Star team, all the best players, including every single Maple Leafs player to ever exist. You could put them all against the non-existent Maple Leafs, and Maple Leafs would still win.
You know what's funny is actually you can place a bet on the Toronto Maple Leafs to make the playoffs at minus 1100.
To make what?
The Toronto Maple Leafs to make the playoffs
What's the odds at?
minus 1100. No, I'll do you one better. You can place a bet for the Colorado Avalanche to make it to the playoffs.
At
It
what,
might
like minus 3,000?
minus 2400. Are there any good ones in here? Like, are there any? I mean, you could take the Boston Bruins at 230.
Did you see the better that they bet 11 cents? I want to say it was on the Kansas City money line against the Raiders a few weeks ago, and they put 11 cents on the Kansas City money line to win them 2 cents. Big baller.
Dude, that's like Mattress Mac level money right there. That's insane.
Yeah. I bet they took their whole family out to a nice dinner after that. You know, ordered the most expensive thing on the menu, uh, ordered a nice bottle of champagne.
Did that Mr. Beast style dinner right there.
You got to celebrate your wins accordingly.
Absolutely.
Big wins, celebrate them in big ways, you know?
Okay, this is ridiculous. FanDuel
Absolutely.
FanDuel has a season special on Alex Ovechkin and which team he's going to score his 800th career regular season goal against.
Yeah.
Why?
There are some real degenerates out there.
Why are the Jets at 650 on that? Like, do they play the Jets like all the time?
I
This is
mean,
all confusing. This is all confusing to me. But let's see. Is there anything else going on? NBA season started up last night. Warriors are on their title defense. Boston, I think, won their game. I got screwed out of a parlay because, yeah, my parlay, there was a special that was being run. Steph Curry needed 1 point. Derek White needed 3 assists, and PJ Tucker needed 5 rebounds. Curry put up 33 points. Derek White put up 4 assists. PJ Tucker put up 4 rebounds.
I hit a nice
Boom.
$200 parlay on Monday Night Football.
I wish, dude. I can't. That just that set me off last night. I'm like, dude, really? I could have made good money off of that.
The best, the best D Hop to ever play football won that game for the Chargers, and I am so glad because that just
Broncos country. Let's die.
you know best D Hop to ever play football. Went out there with one leg and just kept nailing field goals.
That you want to talk about heart? Like that to me is up there because
Yeah,
like stereotypically speaking, you would always expect if the kicker gets hurt to just be done. Like never like try because they just don't. He
yeah,
put the team on his back 4 times when Herbert couldn't score a touchdown and won the game. When he hit that game-winning field goal, he couldn't even stand up. They had to like lift him off the field.
yeah,
That is putting your all out for the team. And I hope that Dustin Hopkins, I hope that you get like a nice contract extension or like a bonus or something for that
yeah.
because that is just awesome. Uh, yeah, that was an interesting game though. It looked like the Broncos were going to break their curse the first quarter. Russell Wilson looked like the Seahawks version of Russell Wilson for a good amount of time. And then he didn't.
Yeah. At least we're getting into like the golden age of sports right now, where we got football on for college
Everything.
and professional. We got professional basketball on. College basketball starting up soon. We got the end of baseball and the start of hockey. We just have so much going on.
We do, and it's a contrast about a month ago or 2 months ago when we started this. And there was literally nothing on. Like all we had to talk about was NFL preseason. Yet that
Yeah,
video was somehow an hour and 5 minutes long.
yeah. Back when Brick was on the channel.
Dude, I know. What happened there? Like R.I.P. He's not dead. Just for clarification, he's not dead.
He's just terminally ill.
No. He's
I should not have said that.
no, he's fine. Brick is fine.
He's doing good. He just doesn't return our business calls.
Yeah, he's kind
But
of.
luckily, we just got a new email for business inquiries, so we'll just send him an email on that. He'll be sure to respond.
Oh my gosh! You know what, guys? If you want to guess what this new business inquiry email is, take a guess down in the comment section. We'll pin
Yes, please do.
whoever gets it right. We will pin you. Preston, don't you dare. Um, but yeah, we're probably gonna get an Instagram account up and running soon, depending on if Instagram will actually let us run an account. We've tried and it just hasn't been working.
We've had two attempts. Both of them gotten suspended the second that we created the account. So
I don't know, man. That's
Instagram
just it's
Instagram can't hold
ridiculous.
us though. We're
Absolute
gonna break through.
Instagram. If you're watching this video, stop suspending our accounts,
Johnny Instagram, the
please.
creator of Instagram, if you're watching this, just
Johnny
be ready.
Instagram.
Yeah, that's who created it.
Really? That's his name? No
Yeah,
way.
Johnny Instagram. Yeah,
Am I really about to look up Johnny Instagram to see if this is right?
just like Mark Facebook and Brendan YouTube and
Elon
Carl
Twitter.
MySpace, Elon Twitter, Brad OnlyFans.
Okay, we need to stop. Um,
For let's see, how many subscribers do we have? 17. If we get
17.
34 likes on this video by uh by kickoff of the 1 o'clock, or no, by kickoff of Thursday night football this week.
No,
If we get
give him the 1 o'clock. Give him the 1 o'clock.
Yeah, okay, by 1 o'clock Sunday, if we get 50 likes on this video and hit 25 subscribers, we will create an OnlyFans.
Oh no.
So there we go. That's all the motivation we need. We're over the hump now.
We're
The
over the.
channel's just gonna skyrocket right now.
Yeah, uh-huh. Skyrocket, all right. Is there any sport that like stands out to you? I'm looking over here on FanDuel and I see stuff like darts.
I'm gonna say chess boxing. We should talk about chess boxing sometime soon.
All right, we can do that. I'll
I
have to do
think
some research.
I think we should chess box, Carter. Me and you.
So
I think
I'm gonna mention this now. Um, coming up in the next few weeks, there will be some major changes going on to the podcast episodes, as hopefully we will be able to do these in person rather than through Discord.
yeah, we didn't even
Because
talk about it. We're going from me not being able to record in person because I'm at a job to me not being able to record in person because I'm gonna be at school. So
oh,
at
that's
least we'll be
true.
in the same state. At least we'll be in the same state. But hopefully we can record some in person
Yeah,
so
hopefully we
that
can do some IRL content, some stuff that's actually together. I mean, sure he'll have school
so that
going
we can
on,
beat
and
each
I'll
other
have
up.
school. Yeah, that way when you make a horrible take, like what was it, the Texans to win a game, I'll just deal with
Texans
that.
are a lock this week. That was almost my lock pick, but you know what? They're barely underdogs in that game, so I decided to just go ahead and put them as
Who are they
money
playing?
line. They are playing the
They're playing
Raiders.
the Raiders. Dude, there's no chance. No chance.
There is a chance.
As we speak, the Phillies and Padres game is going on. Phillies are up 4-0 already.
I should have put a bet on that game.
You can right now. You can actually bet the
Well,
Phillies.
I can.
You can bet the
Yeah,
Phillies money line for
I can
negative
live bet.
1100.
I can live bet, but I already put in my pick for tonight's baseball game, so we're good.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, the Astros.
Yep. Astros 1.5.
Hey, your odds just got better. Now instead of it being minus 1100, it's minus 1000
There we go. You gotta put it in.
for the Phillies. Um, should we wrap it up with some college football, maybe?
Some what?
Some college football?
We haven't talked college football in a long time.
I
Man.
know. I
I
think
feel like we talked some college.
the last college football we got was with DJ.
Yeah, I haven't talked college football in probably like 3 weeks.
So let me see here. Are there any games that like for this upcoming week that are going to be super awesome?
Let's see.
Oh, I've got one. Number 5, Clemson is facing off against Syracuse, who's number 14. Both undefeated.
Yep.
If Syracuse can win this game, they take the lead for the ACC.
Let's see if there's any other good ranked games here.
There
I'm sure I can
is
find
UCLA and
something.
Oregon. 9 versus 10.
Ooh, that'll be a good game. Texas and Oklahoma State's gonna be really good too.
Texas and Oklahoma State's going to be really good. Um, Penn State and Minnesota is an underrated game, I feel like. Is this the
Oh, did you
whiteout?
see the Penn State? Did you see the Penn State players were throwing PB&J sandwiches at the Michigan players in the locker room fight?
What?
You didn't see that?
No.
There was like the teams met like back in like the locker room area,
Mm-hmm.
and of course everyone's mobbing up and trying to just kind of mess up the other team. And
Yeah.
apparently one of the Michigan players turned to his friend and goes, "Dude, I just got hit in the face with a PB&J."
What?
Yeah.
So that might be the second best story of college football the past week. I think the
Yeah.
best one is, as we speak, the goalpost from the Tennessee Volunteers is still probably floating down the Tennessee River.
Yeah.
When they won that game, both goalposts were taken out and subsequently taken out of the stadium on the streets and thrown in the Tennessee River. What's even better is the NCAA and Tennessee issued a statement on their football page saying that, first of all, the students will be fined $100,000 for rushing the field. And second of all, they have to pay for the uprights that they threw in the river. There has been a GoFundMe
Yeah.
page started for the volunteers, and I think they've raised, last I checked, was like $46,000, which is like half their fine. But really, that program makes so much money. Why do they care about, like, why do they care about the, what, $10,000 to replace the goalposts? That's ridiculous. It
Yeah,
might just be the,
I put a bet on Tennessee, so that made me some good money this past
I'm
week.
sure it did. Alabama does not seem to be the Alabama that we are used to seeing.
Well, I mean, Alabama was still good in that game. It's
They
just
were.
Tennessee looked amazing.
I think Tennessee, and here's a bet that you might want to place. Your odds probably aren't great for this anymore, but Hendon Hooker for Heisman.
Hooker for Heisman?
Hooker for Heisman. Dude, the Heisman needs
I
some more
mean,
hookers,
I
man.
think he's the front runner now.
No, he's not.
So,
It's Stroud, but after Stroud is probably Hooker.
mm, I mean,
In
in
fact,
my
let me.
opinion, he's gonna win it. But
So
you
right
think
now,
Alabama? You think Alabama corrects their little skid against Mississippi State this week?
yes.
I
Generally
hope so.
speaking, after losses, Alabama goes to somebody and just completely destroys them. That'll probably happen
Yeah.
this time. So right now, I went to the Heisman voting thing. No, the Heisman Trophy winner. C.J. Stroud is actually plus 100.
Mm,
Hendon Hooker's 440. Caleb Williams is 900. And then after that, it just goes, Blake Corum, Bryce Young, and DJU.
dang. We skipped over another game. Kansas State TCU, 17 versus 8. That's gonna be a good one.
Yes, that'll be pretty good. Um,
Vanderbilt, Missouri. That's always a classic. That'll
let's
be a good one.
go. Dude, Vanderbilt is so good at football. They're better than Alabama. Like that one
Yeah.
the fact that they lost a couple weeks ago, that was a fluke. Alabama just got lucky.
I can't believe Kansas this year. We haven't talked football in a while, so we haven't gotten to talk, but
So
Kansas, dude.
Kansas was great. Unfortunately, their quarterback is out, and he was the reason they were so exciting. He was like, I don't know if you were paying attention to Kansas football, but he was playing like Lamar Jackson, minus the second half lead choking.
I missed like the first part you said, but yeah, Kansas is. I've watched snippets of their games. They've actually looked pretty decent. And then we actually have action tonight as well.
We do. Who is it?
Georgia State and App State.
You know, that shouldn't be that great of a game, but you never know. Georgia State almost beat
Yeah,
Chapel Hill, so anything can happen.
I both those teams almost beat Chapel Hill.
Yeah, but App State beating Chapel Hill wouldn't have been a surprise.
Yeah. Duke
Georgia
almost beat
State,
Chapel Hill this week.
Georgia State beating Chapel Hill would have been like shocking.
Yeah.
Um, App State minus 9.5. I don't think there's too much to do. I don't think there's too much to look into there.
UNC took home a victory bell this week.
It was close, a lot closer than it probably should have been.
I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, I think both the teams are pretty good this year. Like, not, college football playoff good, but both teams I feel like are bowl teams. Uh, and then, I don't know. If UNC wins out, they might have a New Year's Six bowl.
Who do they have left to play? Okay, so
Uh,
for them to get a New Year's Six bowl, they're gonna have to beat Clemson or Syracuse.
well, we don't play either of them in the regular season, but if we
You
go
would
to the
have
ACC championship and play one of them,
who do
then
y'all? Let me look at the rest of y'all's season here.
the only ranked opponents we have left are Wake Forest and State. And
I
then
hate to be that guy, but State's probably not gonna stay ranked because State will stay ranked through Virginia Tech, and then we play Wake Forest, and we don't have a quarterback. I mean, we have. I shouldn't say that. We don't have the quarterback the offense has been tailored around. So I don't project this going too well for the rest of the season for the Wolfpack. But again, their defense is really good, so that can always keep anybody in games. I mean, just look at Tom Brady. Looking at
yeah,
you, Falcons.
I think that's about all we have for this week. A lot that we covered though.
A lot that we covered. Um, I'm gonna upload it. So the new series I've started is Tier List Tuesday. You guys probably have seen that there are 2 tier list videos out ranking the NFL quarterbacks. That was filmed a long time ago and just got posted, so it's a little out of date. So if our picks look terrible, don't blame us or blame me because I didn't get it out relatively quickly. Um,
Yeah, blame
next
Carter
week,
for that one.
next week
It's
will
all
be
on him.
next week we will have a video breaking down the tiers of 2022 teams as of right now. During the midseason, like probably around week 10 or so, I'll try to get a video out about how like which teams have surprised us, like expectations video. And I might even switch them and do this now. But like which teams, overperformed, performed, or underperformed. I feel like that's a good one to do.
Yeah.
Um, Maybe like a wide receivers or running backs video. I mean, I have a couple ideas for stuff like this, but if you guys have something you want us to rank, by all means, let us know. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've got for this week. Um, I'm beating you both in locks and upsets, so hold your L. You notice the last week's episode was entitled, or one of the episodes was entitled "Carter was right."
What's up?
You notice one of our episodes was entitled "Carter is right."
I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's because I won both of the picks and you lost both of yours. That was a great week.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys.